Hello everyone and welcome back to Ladida Plays Rimworld. Last time around we talked a little bit about the game and I got you an introduction into the game by showing you what the different stats were and how to set up a first day base building experience, previous experience I've had in the past, and today we're gonna do the same thing pretty much because like I said in the previous episode, I don't really want to speed things up because I think it's actually quite nice. When I play alone, I do speed this game up a lot because, you know what, you're alone, you get impatient, you want things to just go and happen. Now, this gives me a nice opportunity to just exercise my speech. Because, as a new YouTuber and streamer, it's hard to find substance matter to talk about because talking the whole video long is not really that much of an issue because it's easy to say, oh, gargoyle, and Falcon is there, and Laura's walking over to get that piece of wood, and so that's really easy, but that's not really interesting to listen to. I think it's more interesting if you get to talk about something of substance, like previous experiences, life experiences, plans, stuff like that. It's really a lot nice to listen to, at least in my experience. I don't know what you guys feel about it. Be sure to let me know in the comments. So we are actually committed to a Thanksgiving colony, so we're gonna try to capture some turkeys, breed them, and maybe we set up an economy with them. We could always tend the herd if we want some extra meat anyway, as long as we keep one female and one male turkey alive. They will reproduce, that is for sure. So I'm looking at the growth fields and I'm seeing they haven't really done too much to it yet. It's a bit of a shame. And while I'm looking at the growth fields, I'm also noticing this building that I haven't even noticed before. We're gonna claim all of this. And that's really actually an old system of this game that I'm still not really fond of. I wish you could just double click or drag properly. Maybe you can actually. Nope, doesn't seem like it. So we're gonna have to claim everything of this and this will become home area as well. Just so that our guys don't get afraid to pick stuff up that falls down near it. No, Gargoyle's already gone to bed early, I see. Laura and Falcon are still working their asses off, but Gargoyle's like, nah man. Gotta sleep. Oh, now Laura's gone as well. How about Falcon? Falcon is still holding some steel. It's pretty good. Now I am going to skip through the night, even though I said I wasn't really going to pass time by skipping time. I am going to skip through the night because, you know what, nothing much happens in the night, especially when they're all asleep. It's like The Sims. The time automatically starts fast forwarding as soon as everyone in the household is asleep. We're going to pretty much do the same thing here. Falcon is asleep. This squirrel is asleep. Where's our dog? Is our dog asleep as well? Our dog is sleeping in the wall. Oh, what a glorious sight. Let's skip time up a little bit, guys. So I'm actually starting to think about where am I going to put a farm area? Because a farm area that like holds animals, I imagine like a big barn. Like if you've seen The Walking Dead or something like that, like one of those big barns. I like that idea. I kind of want to make something along those lines, even though it's difficult to portray in a game like this. Because there's a lack of depth. You can't see the roofs and stuff. The depth is as far as the 2D sprite goes, so to say. Well, we are going to try to build something like that, and then like with a little bit of a, I don't know, like a yard type thing or a field next to it, so that the animals can come out when they want, have a little bit of grass, have a little bit of a rumble with other animals that might be able to get in or out. I don't know. It's going to be fun to look at, and we are definitely. Can we rename our pet? It doesn't seem like it. I saw a mod for it and I knew I should have installed it, but we're not gonna alter any mods over the course of this playthrough. For now, we're just gonna keep it the way things are. If we fill the colony and I decide, you know what, that one mod to rename your animals, that really feels like a necessity to me. I'm only gonna do that sort of stuff in between playthroughs, like proper playthroughs. So if we fail this colony somehow, which is likely, let's be honest, we're gonna restart probably. If this series get a little bit of traction, I'm definitely going to restart it because at the moment I'm just trying to garner views, garner subscribers. Guys, I was streaming yesterday, and this is actually going a bit off topic. I was streaming yesterday and a couple of friends of mine, I requested a lot of my friends via Discord, in my own group Discord, to come and watch and support me because you know what, that's what friends are for. I didn't feel bad about requesting their help. They didn't feel too bad about giving it to me, at least some of them. Those who did, thank you a lot. Those who didn't, no skin in my throat. Don't worry too much about it. I'm still your friend. No hard feelings. I understand that watching your friend necessarily play a game, well, it's not really that interesting. Maybe. It depends on if you like the game or not, I suppose. Anyway, going back on topic of streaming yesterday, we had a lot of people drop in by. I think a collective of about 20 people over the whole stream has shown up to watch the stream, which was more than I expected. I expected at most maybe 5, 10 of my friends to pop up, but we even had some random people that I didn't even know of pop into the stream, and it was actually really nice. It's a little bit new to me, honestly. So, I don't know, I might have missed a day already because I have not really... I've been looking over in my right-hand window to the recording software. I haven't really been looking at the screen because nothing is really happening at the moment. They're just building. Everything's going well. Something that I did notice yesterday, though, I have obviously everyone who's looked into streaming and has looked for advice into other streamers been like, you know what? It's not an easy job. It is an easy job in the way of like it's not physically taxing at all, to a degree. I found that I talk a lot. I'm a very social person. As you might have noticed from other videos, I tend to talk very quickly. That's because I want to talk a lot. I want to get as much social time in with my friends as possible, as you might know if you are one of my friends. Talking for 3 hours with like 5 to 10 minute breaks is taxing on your voice, and it's also taxing on your mind. It is something, guys. I wouldn't recommend it. It is definitely not something for... If you're not committed, then maybe don't do it. Or do something else, like do YouTube videos that don't really have commentary. Then you literally just do it for the playthrough. I've seen a lot of that, and it's actually quite nice. I personally watch a lot of videos with commentary just because I like the people that do the commentary. But there are also some games that I literally just want to experience. I just want to see them, like Telltale games, for example. They're just literally story. I'm not really one to like a lot of commentary in those stories because I find a lot of people disrespected by talking over it, which I'm not a big fan of, guys. That's just a little bit too much for me. Alright, back into the game. I see that they are done building. They actually have got a double bed as well, so we're going to set owners. Who were the lovebirds again? I don't remember at all. So let's quickly see. You're not doing anything, actually, so I need to set more tasks for you guys. Social. Lover. So Gargoyle and Law are lovers, so let's put them into this bed together because, hey, if they get together at night and get it up jiggy, they will love their next day. And Law seems like she could use a lovely day because she's not having the greatest time. Law, what's going on? Actually, speed down the time again. What are you doing? Oh, you're still, of course, you're still hauling. Let's not be hauling anymore, Law. You've done your job. Everything is fine. Don't worry too much about it. We're going to set a door to be constructed here. And I'm going to actually go into the production tree because I'm thinking we want to get started on maybe being able to get some food going at some point. And this could be our kitchen. I was thinking maybe it could be a butcher's area. Also, guys, for those who haven't played this game before, don't place your butcher's table and your stove close to one another. It makes your food give your colonists a lot more food poisoning than you otherwise would give them, and it's really bad for business because it just interrupts their work cycle, makes the floor dirty, makes them unhappy. It's not great. So this is going to be probably the kitchen then. So then, if this is going to be the kitchen, I'm thinking that I want to have the fridge to the right of this and have the butcher area a little bit above it and have like a connected fridge to store the corpses over here. Corpses, corpses, meat and vegetables are down here. That sounds like a good idea to me. So going into structure, we're gonna build a little bit of extra room. We're not gonna make this room crazy big. Actually, we're gonna make it pretty goddamn small. We're gonna make a door here and a door here, and we're gonna make it quite long because we do need a big fridge, guys. Having a big storage in this game is important, especially in areas where you're gonna get winter, because in the winter, as you might imagine, all your crops die off. So, it pays to have a supply of food at the ready. Now, production. We're gonna get a butcher's table. And we're gonna get an electric stove. And you might think, hey, why are you making an electric stove? You don't have any electricity yet. Well, don't you worry, guys. I've played this game before. Electricity is not that difficult to achieve in this game. We can literally go over to power. I am blind. There's power. And you can see we have a couple of things. This is a thing that I do not remember. Neither is this. But not to worry. We're just going to make a couple of solar generators. Get a couple of batteries up and going. Probably actually right over here. If anything, this seems like a nice area to do so. So we're gonna issue a build order for 2 of these. We're gonna get probably 1 battery to start off, but what we're gonna do is connect them here and then connect them like so that when we want to expand our power field, which is gonna make everything go through the batteries that I'm gonna place along this line and then let them go out into the colony. So what's gonna need power? Definitely this area is gonna need power. Am I right? And we're gonna also build a power line that's gonna go all the way over here because we're gonna need some power over in this area as well. And along this line, then I think we're probably gonna make some air conditioning to actually maintain a freezer-like temperature. Because a freezer without air conditioning in there, what kind of freezer is that? Am I right? So, actually, that was dumb. Why did I do that? Don't make a wooden floor. What are you thinking, you numpty? Of course we're not going to make it a wooden floor. That wouldn't be fit for a freezer. We're going to make a concrete floor. Alright. Let's see what we're going to do. We're going to make another door over here. And then I'm thinking... we're going to need to get rid of this whole place as well. My god, guys. I might have taken on a big task. Maybe something that is too big for my britches at the current point in time. Nevertheless, I've been trying, and I haven't noticed that we have got some visitors. So, Law, you're not doing anything, so go see if you can trade with this person. Yeah, say hello to Goggle as well. When you get back from talking to this lady, you can go and have lovely times. Alright, so as I said in the previous episode when we were setting up the colony, silver is currency. 1 silver is $1, which is, I don't know why they didn't just make it dollars, I suppose. But anyway, we can buy some stuff. Red prices mean that they're overpriced at the moment, so it's not really that nice. We could get a pistol, which would be nice, but maybe not. I'm not entirely sure because we don't really have a need for another pistol, at least not at the moment. You know what, actually, we might just get it, because if we get a new colonist that just joins us straight up, or we just want to have an extra gun on someone, having a extra pistol is very nice. So, bang. And the pistol is immediately as well in our storage. How very nice. They just walk around it. I was always suspicious whether visiting guests can just pick up something and take it with them. I hope they can't, but who knows. We're gonna have to find something for Law to do, because Law... she's not a physical work type of lady. She doesn't like plant cutting. She doesn't like growing. She doesn't like hauling or cleaning. She is an intellectual, guys. So, because she's intellectual, and that's pretty much all she's good at, frankly, she has got to be the colony's research master. Now, I don't think that having a research insight is too important, but I also kind of do want it to be inside, because we need to make a living room or a general area anyway. I'm gonna speed the time in the meantime because I forgot to do that. Let's see what we're gonna do. We're gonna make a small research facility somewhere along here. That sounds like a nice idea to me, at least. Maybe something misshapen like this, because that gives me the idea that it's more an organic structure as opposed to a set of boxes connected to one another. Alright, it's time to get morning. Falcon has woken up, so we're gonna make it normal timing again. I don't know what Falcon is doing. I suppose he's just meditating. Alright, enjoy that, Falcon. We're gonna add production. Add a simple research bench. Just as nice as that. We're gonna add some floor into this because we want to make this area looking nice. And at the same time, we also want to start making some furniture. Gargle thinks that you should give your faction a name. What should your faction be called? Since it looks like you'll be here for a while, Gargle also thinks that you should give this community a name. What should this local community be called? Alright, so if you think of faction and of local community, you gotta think of, like, if you are familiar with the game World of Warcraft, a faction would be Alliance, and the local community would be like Humans of Lordron or something like that. It's something more along those lines. It's not exactly like that, but that's how you could imagine it. So, what is our overall faction name? Let's make it Thanksgiving Co. And this local community is called the husbandry of TG Co. There we go. Very nice indeed. Also, let's give our animal a spot to sleep because we don't necessarily want to have our animal sleep outside. We are not monsters. We are actually people. I failed to find it though. There's a marriage spot, party spot, caravan, quarry platform, mass graves. Can't really find it. Is it just in normal furniture? It is in normal furniture. Okay. So, since Falcon is alone, we don't want Falcon to be alone. Gargoyle and Laura's got each other. Is this... Oh no, that's not what I wanted to do. Get rid of this. Does he have a name yet? Is it that just his name? Is his name Fearful? What a name, guys. Fearful and Falcon in one room. What more could you want? In the meantime, I'm going to make everyone being able to construct because that gives Laura something to do as well in the meantime, as opposed to slacking off into this area over here. Now, she doesn't like plant cutting, even though she does do it when she is trying to construct, surprisingly enough. It's not something I would have expected. Ugh. It is setting up nicely, although progress is slow, and since the time is running slow, every video is only going to see minimal progress, at least to what I'm compared. I don't know, to what I'm used to. I don't know if you guys ever played this game before, but if you played this yourself and you play it with the time sped up, you'll make progress a lot quicker, but things can also overwhelm you a lot quicker. So, in that spirit, I think I'm going to just leave it on slow playing. Maybe later on in the playthrough when I think of it, maybe I'll make it a little bit slower, but for now, let's just keep it the way it is. This is coming on the way fairly nicely. I was actually in the middle of adding some furniture. So we're going to have a little table. At the moment we only got a couple of people, so let's only make a small table. Let's not make a steel chair. Come on, we're not made of steel. Or whatever, I was looking at silver. So that's going to be nice. There's going to be like a nice little dining room. And we're also going to add a refrigerator to this very room. Because we want to be able to store food. Like, we can store raw food and vegetables over in the fridge, but preferably that shouldn't be too far away from the fridge if it's also going to contain our meals. Instead, our meals are going to be brought over here. So that's just a normal refrigerator. If you power it, it just keeps it below freezing temperature just so your food never spoils. Obviously, the temperature will go up if it fails to receive any power. And to already pre-plan for this, I'm going to just make this down, and that should take care of that. Also, when I'm looking at it, we don't have any light in the room yet, so let's get that sorted out, shall we? A little bit of light. No one likes eating in the... Well, I say no one likes eating in the dark. I do eat in the dark sometimes. Right, that should be good. I kind of want to make something over on this side. That would be nice. Alright. And then we can fill up the room with the rest, with whatever we want. Preferably, we need some source of joy. So, let's add a chess table. That will be nice, won't it not? I think so. And add another 2 chairs. This is going to require a lot of wood, guys. Don't underestimate this. This little forest area that we're still carving out here is not going to be enough. And all the wood from here, I think we've already got together, so that's not going to be any help. I'm actually going to spend some time looking around the map because in the very first episode you could see with the starting conditions that there was a whole lot of stuff scattered around the map. Along some of those things are steel and some of the things are food. Now I haven't seen either of those. There's some steel, so let's zoom out, get most of the area in frame and press F again so everything is allowed and they will collect it eventually. I don't see anything else as yet, so we're going to use the same technique. And there's something up there. Gonna use the same technique again. So there's nothing else that I can really spawn anymore, guys. I am being blind because I can see some right here. So let's zoom out again, double click, see if we can find some more. I don't think there will be any more on the map. That does... Ooh. I don't know where that is, but I did find something all the way over here. Alright. Now let's find the last bits of food that we have scattered about, because we should have some survival meals as well. Because at the moment we are running lower and lower on food. They eat a couple of meals every day, and they're literally only focused on building at the moment. They're not really focused on making any food. As well as we didn't even have any power to make any food, did we? We'd have to make a campfire to do so. Not to worry. I'm sure we will be fine. What is this? This is the Ibex dough. What is this? Steam guides. That looks weird with the stone laid over it. I know what a steam guides is. They have been in the game for ages, but it doesn't look like that normally because with the stone bits lying over top of it, doesn't look that neat. I am not spotting any of the... No, I'm not spotting any of the survival meals. Unfortunate. Maybe we're gonna have to be a little bit quicker about it, but on the other hand, we can always order a bigger zone for harvesting, because if you can look in between here, there's like a little medicine bush there and some berries over here. So we should be fine. I'm not too worried. At the moment, I'm enjoying looking at these buildings unfold. At the moment, there's not much happening because they're all hauling or building or something, and it doesn't really do too much. So I'm going to take this time to talk to you about another one of my Rimworld experiences. So as you get later on in the game, there's different kinds of weapons. Now, the first time I saw a Molotov and a grenade, I thought, oh, that's not going to be any use because you can only throw one, so they either have to pack a real good punch or... You know, some of they're gonna have to be easy to make or something. Like in a game like Victoria, you can really easily make grenades to the point where you can eradicate forests with them. A little bit unrealistic, but then again, why the fuck not? So in this game, I thought grenades and Molotovs, they run out, yeah. So eventually I decide that there's a mad animal and that I'm gonna stop talking about grenades. Let's see what the mad animal is. It's a local squirrel and he's gone mad. And Gargoyle is happening to walk right past him. Now, a little lesson in combat, guys. By default, all your colonists have this setting enabled. That means as soon as they encounter an enemy, they will start fleeing. And what I'm instead going to do is, I'm not going to make him flee, but I'm not going to take this option off because normally it's actually quite nice. It gives you a little bit of extra response time. Also, I noticed that my mouse is off on the recording screen. That's something I'm going to have to fix later. I'm hovering over the little guy icon. I'm going to click on that. You're actually gonna respond with combat, and so are you. And I don't know where Laura is. Laura's over wherever, and she's gonna do the same. So now, instead of doing anything else, we're gonna draft him, which means we take direct control of him. But you can see it by his underlined name. My god, it's actually really distracting that I'm looking at the recording. This means I'm probably gonna cut the recording a little bit shorter than the other episode, but I'll do it in the spirit of fixing the mouse issue. I don't know why it's odd. Maybe I'll just look at the recording and see, oh, the mouse does look fine on the actual file, but it just doesn't look right on the screen that I'm looking at right now. Anyway, so this guy's now, because he's drafted, he's immediately drafted for combat, which means he draws his gun and he looks for targets. He already found a target, and he is also shooting. As you can see, the little cone at the front of his weapon indicates that he's going to fire. As the cone grows narrower, when it disappears, it actually fires a shot. Now the shot isn't always going to hit. Even though it might look like it, we're going to just look at it slowly. Bang. And he actually shot over there, even though he wasn't aiming over there. But he managed to one-hit the squirrel, and the squirrel is now dead. But he does have a little bit of a health problem. He got bitten by a squirrel, and he is bleeding. So he's going to sleep it off so that the wound is at least bound. Now what we want to do is, you are not going to get the best quality of medicine. You're only going to get Doctor Scare for this wound. And we're going to have to reset every time to make this default. So we're going to make it like that. And imprisoned colonists don't get medicine. Colony animals get basic medicine. Neutral animals get no medicine. Neutral factions get normal medicine. Hostile factions, well, they get medical care, but they get no medicine at all. So with that in mind, you are now receiving no medical care, and Law is going to patch you up. Because it's not going to use medicine, but we can still bandage the wound, you know? Or no, maybe not bandage it, but at least like clean the wound, disinfect it, or whatever you want to call it. It's just taking care that it stops bleeding and you heal with a less chance of an infection. Because infection is the name of this game to a degree, guys. Infection is a nasty thing, and you should avoid it at all costs. So, the bandage quality is really, really poor, but even so, it does help out. He's gonna recover a little bit quicker, even though he's only lost like very few points. and he's going to have less chance for infection, which is a very nice thing indeed, because at the moment we're not equipped to deal with an infection, guys. We need all our guys to work pretty much around the clock to get this stuff all done, because even the fridge isn't done yet, the dining hall isn't done yet, the butcher's table isn't done yet, so we can't even start hunting and using the corpses. After this is done, we still need to make air conditioning to make sure that the freezer actually freezes. But I think this is where I'm going to cut the video off. I am really getting distracted by the fact that the mouse is not where I'm holding it on my own screen. It's actually starting to annoy me a little bit. So, gonna cut the video short here, guys. Like, subscribe if you like this video. Leave a comment if you wanna. It's all repetition because no one's gonna watch these videos, but I don't care. Until next time, guys. See ya!